When I collapsed at work, they said my heart betrayed me. But betrayal was waiting elsewhere. The doctors called my wife. She never came. Instead, my phone lit up with a notification, a tag. My wife's sister had posted a photo, her smiling, drink in hand, captioned, "About to inherit a fortune." My wife's comment sat beneath it like a knife. "It's been a long plan coming." I didn't move. I didn't rage. I lay tethered to machines, IV dripping into my arm, my chest sore from the collapse, staring at that screen until the battery died. Silence filled the hospital room. Not grief, not despair. Silence. Days later, still weak, my pulse monitored by wires, I saw 65 missed calls from her name. Then a message pulsed through. "We need you. Answer immediately." Not, "I need you, we." I turned my face toward the ceiling. The beeping of the machine slowed, steady. Cold clarity replaced shock. That was the moment I stopped being her husband. I replayed our years together, the smiles at family dinners, her sudden late meetings, her vague explanations about money disappearing, accounts draining faster than I noticed. Pieces I had once ignored, small, harmless shadows, now stood in line, forming a wall. The wall was betrayal. She hadn't built this plan in days. It had been growing under my roof, beneath my trust, and I, blind, had fed it. Still, I didn't accuse. Not yet. I answered none of her calls. I let her words pile up like a grave she was digging herself. "Please, it's urgent. Don't ignore me. This is life and death." Life and death. Interesting choice of words. I stayed silent. My body was weak, but my mind sharpened. Betrayal does that. It strips the fat, leaves only bone, and bone is stronger than flesh. I started small. Bank records, passwords I already knew but never used. Her accounts told the story. Money transfers, not to her, but to her sister. Thousands. Dates lined up with her excuses. Then the calls. I pulled her phone records through the carrier. Unknown numbers repeating, burners, too frequent to be coincidence. I traced one, a lawyer, a will specialist. My name was on the document, not as a beneficiary, as the obstacle. And beneath it all, insurance, payout clauses, her signature bold and certain. It was never about love. It was always about timing. My collapse had been too soon, too sloppy for her script. That's why she panicked. That's why she needed me alive, for now. So I waited. I let her stew in silence. And each missed call, each desperate message was music. I didn't confront her, not yet. Confrontation too early would waste the performance. And I wanted her to feel it. Not just the exposure, but the weight of knowing I had seen it all and chosen the moment myself. Revenge isn't rage, it's choreography. When I finally answered, my voice was calm. "What's the emergency?" Her relief rushed through the line. "Thank God you're awake. Listen, you need to come home, now. Things are complicated." I said nothing. "I'll explain when you're here," she pushed. "We can fix this. But hurry." Her words were frantic, tangled. I pictured her pacing, hair a mess, eyes darting. Not the polished woman everyone saw. I whispered, "I know." Silence. A long, cutting silence. "Know what?" she said, voice cracking. I hung up. The next morning, a courier delivered documents to our house, my house. Bank transfers, insurance records, copies of her messages to her sister. Everything arranged in a clean stack on the dining table. When she saw it, her face drained. She reached for words, excuses, tears. I just watched. Still, quiet. Power doesn't need volume. That night, I sat across from her. The table between us felt like an ocean. She whispered, "You don't understand. I raised a hand. She stopped. "I'm not here to argue. I'm here to end it." I slid the papers across, each one a nail in the coffin she built herself. Her hands trembled. "Please don't do this. It was a mistake." "No," I said softly. "It was a plan." She broke. Tears, apologies, hysteria. She begged for forgiveness, for time, for anything. I stood, walked to the door, paused just long enough for her to hope. "Consider yourself lucky," I said. "I'm not dead." And I left her in that house full of ghosts. I never went back. The house, the marriage, the life, I shed it like a skin that no longer fit. Friends asked questions. Family whispered. I answered nothing. Truth needs no defense. Sometimes, in quiet moments, I wonder if she still waits by the phone, desperate for me to return. If she still fears the sound of a knock at the door, a letter in the mail, a silence too heavy to bear. But those thoughts pass quickly, because the truth is simple. She planned my death. I gave her something worse. I left her alive with nothing.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.